The National Security Advisor, Major General Babagana Mungunu, retired, has declared that security challenges in Nigeria have been significantly degraded. Speaking at the 60th session of the weekly ministerial briefing at the Presidential Villa Abuja today, the NSA said this has been made possible with renewed collaboration with all security agencies. He noted that the attacks on Kaduna-bound train in March and Kuje prison attacks and some others are quite unfortunate, and security is being intensified to address pockets of attacks or disturbances across the country. Mungunu added that the local governments must be strengthened to curtail issues of banditry, kidnapping from the grassroots.
On the need to strengthen the local governments. The local government is the most critical component of government. For as long as it is bereft of autonomy, for as long as it is emasculated, for as long as it has been driven underground and it is not functional, a lot of things will follow. The harder we try to solve the problem of insecurity, the more aggressive it becomes at the local level, because these elements keep popping out of the local, government levels. Before they reach areas that they are not supposed to reach, they must have, manifested in many ways at the local level. It is extremely important. I know there are some arms of government that are also working to see how the local government can be strengthened. Obviously, there will be vested interests, there will be resistance, but the only way in which we can secure this country outside the traditional methods that have been used is to strengthen the local government. The quality of people who superintend, who preside over the day-to-day affairs of the local government must be people of impeccable character, must be people who have the interests of the local community at heart, people who are accountable. And for as long as the local governments are suffocated, strangulated, and made incapable of carrying out their function, then of course, these places become vulnerable to the vagaries of society.
Meanwhile, while responding to questions on 2023 general elections, he said that President Muhammadu Buhari has directed INEC and security operatives to ensure fair and peaceful polls. The National Security Advisor warned state governors employing the use of thugs to prevent opposition from mounting campaign materials in their domains, that security agencies will soon descend on them.
And we emphasized the need for everybody to operate on a level playing field. One thing I can assure you is the President has given clear directives. The people's will must prevail. What happened in Anambra, Osun, and Ekiti is what we want to happen all over the country. Let the people choose their leader, whoever they want. Then later, they can decide. But in the process of selecting who governs them, we must be mindful of the fact that there are people who are hell-bent on forcing, on bullying, and cornering their opponents. It's not even a function of numbers or a function of money. It's a big problem. It's a problem that's also linked with a complex. Because if you are really who you are, you don't need to hire thugs. If if you cannot restrain your thugs, the government will do that for you. And you'll be called on the carpet and you'll answer questions. We have a lot of politicians, and I'm not being specific about any politician or party. This virus has to be contained.
Meanwhile, on the issue of effectively tackling insecurity, the NSA called on Nigerian communities to collaborate with security, intelligence, and other relevant agencies to aid the fight against insecurity across the country. From the Presidential Villa, Abuja, Folorunso Adegoke, Core TV News.